Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kat. I'm a 28-year-old cash stuffer and budgeter. I am disabled. I work part-time and my husband works full-time. This week is my husband's paycheck. I get paid next week. He gets paid every week. I get paid every 2 weeks. And then this is my first video back from our trip. I can officially say where we went. We went to Kona, Hawaii. We went to the Big Island. It was really fun. I got to surprise my husband for his 30th birthday, and it was a lot of fun. One of the best weeks of my life. I will either be putting pictures of our trip in this video, or I'll make a separate video. But I just want to thank everyone who continues to watch, comment, like my videos. Your support really means a lot. I wouldn't be able to save as much money without you guys, because you guys hold me accountable. And yeah, let's get started into this video. So first off, I'm going to count how much money I have here. I should have $14.40. Let's get started. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 and 50, 20, 40, 60, 80, plus 80. Oh, actually, I should say there should be $12.40 because I just spent, I took $200 out for groceries. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 140. Sorry, it's very hot in my apartment right now. I have to keep the windows closed just because I live on a pretty busy street and I don't want it to get too loud. So it's like 90 where I'm filming right now, and it's kind of messing with my brain a little bit. So I'm going to try and be quick. And then we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 65. And I'm really excited for this video because now that we're not scrambling to get the last little bit of money saved up for our trip, we can start putting money towards our other envelopes that have been neglected for the past bit. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have physical cash, $1,240. And I can say this next part because it's not a surprise. We are already we're already planning our next trip for our anniversary in July. It is our 5-year anniversary, so we wanted to do something special. And we are going to be going to Cancun, Mexico, hopefully. And so I'm just going to start saving here and there for that. We still have 46 weeks, so we have plenty of time to save. All right, so first off, we are going to come over here to my tip wallet coin purse that I have here. We're going to put all of my change in here. There's quite a bit of change, so I'm not really worried about counting it or anything, so I'm just going to put it all in here. And I'm planning on just saving up my coins in here until it gets full. So there's that. And then we are restarting our cash savings jar. The money that we had in here was for my husband for his spending money on our trip. So we emptied it out to take it to the trip, and we are starting fresh. So I am going to grab my new wallet that I got in Hawaii. It was made there. It was only $13. I thought it was beautiful. And so I'm just going to open up, and we are going to make sure that my ID and everything is covered up. Perfect. Okay, so these are my ones from tip money this past week. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then this is my money left over from grocery shopping yesterday. And I'm just going to take out the $1. So we're adding 16 to our jar. And this is just to save up money for our spending money for our trip next year. So I'm just going to put that all in there and close that up. And then this money that I have left over from grocery shopping, I'm going to put towards our trip as well. Or I might put it towards other things. I shall see while we're stuffing. Okay, so put that, I'm gonna put that over here for now. I'm gonna close this up. And then we are gonna jump to my weekly wallet. This is where I keep money for groceries, which it's empty right now. When we are putting money towards dining out, which we're not currently doing. And then my miscellaneous, I always keep 5 ones in here. And that's what I use to roll over into the tip or into our savings jar as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Might start adding more to the miscellaneous just so I can start rolling over more money, but it just really depends on how things go. Right, so we're gonna put that off to the side, and then we are going to jump right into our monthly expenses. I am fully stuffing our monthly expenses this video because I haven't been filming at all this week or this month from our trip and all that. So, and I want to make sure that we have everything covered. So rent is getting its monthly $4.80. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually want to swap out this 100. So that's 4, and then 20, 40, 60, and 80. Just want to double check. So rent has 1, 2, 3, 400, 420, 440, 460, and 480, which is perfect. This is just what we have left over. My monthly disability checks are about $1,300. And then my insurance, my state insurance comes out of that, and then what's left over we put automatically towards rent, and 480 is roughly what we have left over as the remainder to put towards rent after my disability check. Internet's getting its monthly 100. And phone, same thing. Phone and internet is both through Xfinity, but I do them separately because they are separate bills. Utilities is 100 as well. And then insurance is getting skipped. Trainer is getting 100 because this gets 25 a week. And so let's put 100. And then trainer has 1, 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 235, 40, 245, and 250. I just realized I need to put my totals here just to keep track. And I usually have a nice spreadsheet of my budget, but my printer is acting up. So I had to write it all out this week, which is fine. So trainer has 250, which means that I just have 2 more weeks left for my trainer, and then I pay it's $100 a month. I pay every 3 months. Then gym is getting skipped, so school, but entertainment is getting its monthly 60, and this is for things like Netflix, Hulu, Prime, all of that. So that's 60. I just estimate how much it costs. It could be more that I pay, it could be less, but 60 is where I'm comfortable putting for the moment. Okay, so entertainment, my monthly expenses is done. Like I said, my brain is being cooked right now. Okay, so we get to finally stuff our us binder. Our us binder. This is mine and my husband's savings and stuff. Debt is not gonna get stuffed today. I just paid $1,400 towards my mom, and so I'm taking a quick break, and then shortly I'm gonna start saving towards our IRS debt that we have, and then also a couple, like my credit card and all that. So wow, I need to calm down. I need to slow down. Sorry, it's very, very hot. So I keep wanting to say energy or entertainment. Emergency is getting $5. That's all that it has. 6 months ahead, same deal. That's all that it has. It feels so nice to start putting money towards these again. It's been a long time since I've been able to do that. Medicals gain $5. And then date night and furniture are getting skipped. So I'm just gonna update all of these. Okay, up next is our travel binder. It is completely empty, and so we're just starting over fresh for our next trip. Okay, so airfare is gonna get $100. Since it's like a 9-hour flight, I want to pay for first class this time. I have a spinal disability, and with that, it makes sitting in the seats really difficult, so I'm going to try and be as comfortable as possible. And then hotel is getting 10. We're trying to do an all-inclusive, adult-only hotel, so that's going to include all the food that we need for the trip and everything. But it's pretty expensive, but with food and drinks all covered for the full week that we'll be there, it makes sense. And then transportation is getting 10. This is to get a rental car for just in case. So you never know what kind of activities we'll want to do. Fun is getting 5. And that's just so that we can go and do activities. Food and drink, like I said, food and drink is covered through our sorry, excuse me, I have hiccups. I drink a bunch of coffee before filming this, so I got the hiccups. Okay, so food and drink is getting $5. This is if we go out on a date night or anything because it's our anniversary, or we do a day trip that's not at the hotel, so we'll have to pay out of pocket for that. And then tips, I just like to keep cash on me so that I can tip. When we went to Hawaii, that was really helpful. I didn't have to spend any extra money on my card. So that is it for our travel. And then up next is my husband's binder. I wasn't able to stuff all of the categories this week, but that is okay. Hair will be skipped. Car is getting $5. And if you've been here before, you know that a bunch of these envelopes had $100 in the bank in my high yield savings account. I had to pull that out for an emergency. Everything is good, everything's fine, and it was good to have all that money, but I am pretty much starting fresh with that. So this did have 115, but now it has 15, and I'll be adding 5. So there is 10, 15, and 20. And for my husband's anniversary envelope, it'll be $5. I'm not gonna worry too much about stuffing a bunch in here because the trip is our anniversary, or it is on our anniversary, but in case he wants to get me anything special, or in my envelope I want to get him anything special, that is what this is for. So anniversary has 5. And I like to do them separately so that we don't feel like we have to try and split our money evenly or anything. When it comes time to buying something, we just have the money. Christmas is getting 10. This had an extra 100 in it, but I had to pull it. Okay, Christmas has 50, 60, 70, 75, 76. And that is it for my husband's binder. I'm not putting anything in birthday. Oh my goodness. I haven't cash stuffed in a while, so my hands don't really remember what to do. Okay, and then birthday and personals getting skipped. And then onto my binder. Right, Luna is our dog. She's getting $10. And then her emergency fund, this is for the vet and stuff, getting 10 as well. That's all that's in there. And then car for me is getting skipped. I'm not really worried about getting a car for myself. We only have one parking spot anyways. And then, oh, I put put 5 in his anniversary? Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, anniversary for myself is 5. And then I'm skipping my saving up for my husband's birthday for right now because his birthday just happened this month. And then Christmas, I'm adding 10. This had 100 in it, but again, I had to grab it. So Christmas has 50, 60, 70, 75, and 76. I did spend money on Christmas already too, so it's not a complete scratch of the 100, but yeah. And then tattoos, I really want to start getting more tattoos again. I'm feeling the itch, and so we're putting $10 towards this week. Obviously, I'm going to need a lot more money towards tattoos, but this is a good start. So tattoos has 10, 15, and 16. I just realized I still have this money off to the side. So, let's see. I know what I'm going to put it towards. Okay. And then personal is not getting stuffed. And then up next is our future. This is all of our future savings. So like this $10 savings. I need to grab my sheet, but let's add the $10. Okay, so this $10 savings has 50, 70, 80, and 90. Not sure what I'm using this money for, but it's nice to save. I'm gonna come over here and I have this $10 savings challenge. It's from Sav Saves here on YouTube and Etsy. All of the things that I use that's from other creators I put down in the description. But so each time I save $10, I color in one of these stars, and it's to save $1,000. And let's just color this star in. If you guys have made it to this part of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you could put a star emoji down below, that'd be awesome. Okay, so there's my $10 savings. I just keep track of how much I'm saving with it. Put that off to the side for the time being. And then our dream home gets $5. This is just a save for our future home, our first home. And I am adding $5 to Dream Home. Okay, so Dream Home has 50, 55, 60, 61, and 62. No, I know that's not anywhere near what we need for a down payment on our first home, but it is a good start. And I do have this house coloring savings tracker that I sell on my Etsy, Cat Budgets. The link for my Etsy is in the description box. This is my best seller. I'm thinking about making some different variations of this challenge. And so we added $5. So I am going to just pick, what do I want to color in? Let's get started on this door. So I'm just going to grab black. I don't think I have black in here, so and I don't want to go grab it for the right now, so let's see. What do I have? I'm gonna do this right here, and I'm gonna do a light blue. So we're just gonna color this in to indicate that we saved another $5. Perfect. So there's that. Put this off to the side as well. Up next is looks like I didn't save anything for a mortgage, which is fine. This is just our savings for when we do buy a house. We have a good chunk and a good buffer for our first couple, hopefully, mortgage payments, and we don't have to worry about it for a little bit, because after buying a home, you use a lot of money. So I'm hoping to have a little extra. And then car maintenance is getting $10, and that's all that's in there. And then retirement is getting $10. This isn't a lot of money, but this is just for my retirement. I am 28, so I have plenty of time. My husband gets 4% of his salary each week put into his 401k, so we're not worried for him. And then retirement has 20, 30, 40, and 41. And that is it for that binder. Okay, and then last but not least that I'm stuffing this week is our baby binder. I am not pregnant and we do not have any kids. I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, which causes me, mine's pretty severe, so it causes me to not be able to have kids without the intervention of science, so like IVF, IUI, and in our case, I think I'm gonna try and save up for surrogacy because with my spinal disability and everything, it seems like it'd be a better idea, but I still would love to carry my baby, but I'm just keeping my options open. So right now, science is gonna get $10. This did have an extra 100, but I had to pull it. So science has 20, 30, 31, and 32. And then education is getting 15. Okay, so education has 20, 40, 50, and 55. And I'm going to swap over to another savings challenge that I have. This is, I believe it's still on my Etsy. It's just a little fun way to save $350. Each time I'm gonna stuff this, I just look at how much is going to the next one. So we put $15 towards there, and I'm just going to color this in with a fun color. So there goes 15. I made a bunch of different types of trackers just because I find it more fun to save money if I get to color something. So there's that. And then moving along to dreams. This is to help save up. Well, okay, so education. I would love to send my kids to a Montessori school or like not an alternative school, but more like hands-on STEM type school. I want to give our kids more of an opportunity to learn extra things than my husband and I got growing up. And then this is also to save towards if they ever want to go to college. We're not going to expect them to, but this is in case that they want to. And then dreams, this is for things like their first car, eventually saving up for their wedding if they get married, or to help them put a down payment on their first home or anything. So this is definitely a long-term savings goal. And then dreams is getting $10. So dreams has 20, 30, and 35. And that's in nursery, pretty self-explanatory, but we want to save money towards nursery. I want to get a Winnie the Pooh themed mural done and stuff when the time comes, because if you can't tell, I love Winnie the Pooh. And then nursery is getting 5, so it has 15. And then supplies is getting $5 as well. And that's things for like diapers and all that fun stuff. So it's getting my last 5. And so supplies has 20, 30, 35, and 40. And then I'm gonna come back to this $30, or sorry, 35, 20, 30, 20, 25, 30, 35 that I have left over from groceries, and I'm actually going to put it towards this envelope, this binder, because our first appointment with the infertility clinic is next month, and I want to start saving up because my insurance only covers so much, and then I have to start paying out of pocket for stuff. So I'm going to put an extra 20. So sign says 20, 40, 50, 51, and 52. Not a lot, but it's a start. And then education got 15, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Dreams will get 5. So Dreams has 20, 30, 35, and 40. Nursery will get 5. So Nursery has 10, 15, and 20. And then Supplies will get the last 5. Okay, so Supplies says 20, 30, 35, 40, and 45. So that is it for our video this week. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I know it was kind of all over the place, and I'm just kind of getting back into the routine of things. And like I said, it's very hot in here and all that. But hopefully next week the video will be a little bit more back to normal. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.